So good morning, everybody. Thank you for logging on. I do not have a ton to share because the move has been pretty all-encompassing. But update on that. We are now officially and fully moved out of the Broadway office. So there is nothing there. Signs have been divvied up between Washougal and Ridgefield. So if you're looking for signs or sign writers or H stakes, that's where they are. And you can always just check in with me or Carly to see if we have what you need. Everything's gone. We've emptied out a little bit bittersweet, but mostly just sweet because as part of the move, I had two teenagers that were helping clean, not clean, but I paid the kids to move everything out of the basement to the main floor for moving. So I didn't have to take it up and down the stairs. And everything that they brought up had mold on it. So it's really good that we are getting out of that building. It was fun to have as a meeting space, but definitely glad to be moving on out of that. So I am at the Washougal office right now. Carly's at the Ridgefield office. And they're both available for you guys to use anytime you need to meet with a client. The big scanner is at the Ridgefield office. So if you ever have, you need to do wet signatures and you just want to pop all 30 pages into the scanner and email it to yourself, that is in Ridgefield. And both offices have lockbox access. So if you don't know how to get into one of the offices, let us know and we'll give you the tutorial of how to get in. So that's the office update. Our numbers are looking fine. We're just kind of average for us and all of Clark County, the market is just really down right now. So if you are feeling kind of like this panic of you're missing something or your personal business has taken a dive, go on to RMLS and look at the stats and you'll see like the market is down. I'm seeing it uptick a little bit because I think people are finally just kind of accepting the fact that if you want to buy, the interest rates aren't coming down right now, so go ahead and buy. I have seen more buyers that are coming back around who had said, I'm going to wait for rates to go down, that are coming back around and saying, well, okay, I guess they're not. So I hope you're seeing the same thing. Angela is going to tell us if you saw the article in the Columbian yesterday, you know that Clark County just released was it $1 million? It might have been.
It was 1.333333 to be exact.
Okay, $1.33333 million in Clark County to be used for down payment assistance. So Angela, is it all gone already on day one?
This is how bad the market is. It's not. And
Wow.
I'm looking at it right now, and there have been three taken, and I have two of them.
I'm frankly
So that
shocked.
means only one other person has used it. There's $1,096,524 left, which means if each borrower or borrower set takes the maximum of 60,000, there's room for 18 more families to be helped. So I thought it would be gone ASAP,
I
and
thought it
it
would be
is.
gone in half an hour. Yeah.
I honestly did. And when I was in a panic, when I went to log in to reserve the funds Tuesday morning because they were closed on Monday with the holiday, I went in and I couldn't get in and I was freaked out. It's like reset my password. I'm not going to get it. And then they're like, oh no, the system's just down. It didn't get back up till 2. So all day on Tuesday, I'm panicking, thinking I'm not going to reserve it. And I was the first one. And then I thought, oh, that was just a fluke because nobody knew it was up. Nope. The next day I checked and I was still the only one. That means that all of you as realtors get on the phone, and even if you don't think they qualify for it, I would be calling, because not only do we have the Clark County down payment assistance of up to 60,000, and if you wanted to ask me more information to clarify more, I'd be happy to. But basically, as long as they they even can get a lower interest rate than par interest rate. The one that I locked was at 6.625 with $60,000 of down payment assistance. They do have to pay back. It is a second mortgage, but they don't make payments on the second mortgage while it's outstanding.
So if they sell or refinance, they have to pay it back.
They have to pay
They
it back.
they leave it
And this
alone, it
particular,
can sit quietly for 30 years.
yeah, but
I have
this
a,
loan,
Is there
go
an
ahead.
income minimum on that?
There's not an income minimum. They just have to qualify for the ratios. They can't make more than 180,000 in the state of Washington. And if they make less than 110,000, you can get the lower interest rate of 6.625. That's what it was yesterday.
I have a client who approached me about it who's on disability and she doesn't think she'll qualify, but she wants to try. So
And that's the thing is, it's not really for you to determine. It's for you to get a hold of people and to get them
yes,
excited about purchasing, even if
yep,
they don't use this loan program. Because if
exactly.
they don't use this loan program, if it really is the barrier is the down payment, then we could always look at doing the 4% or the 5%
Okay,
DPA.
yeah.
The other
Prefer the
thing is that
barriers
not
for down
everybody
payment
is
and
up to
income.
date on the covenant. I thought I had talked about it, but they also have the covenant loan program, which is $150,000. The problem with that is that you have to be of a descendant of somebody who lived in the state of Washington pre-1960 or in 1968 before fair housing, who was of a discriminated class. So you would have to be Native American, Mexican, Korean, African American, something of some class where you were not able to readily be able to purchase a home.
In the
And then you have
60s.
to prove it. And it has to be in the state of Washington. So if your grandparents are from California and they moved here in 2002, it doesn't work. So it's a pretty
Right.
small group and it's a super awkward conversation for me to have because it just seems really weird. It's like, okay, so where's your family from? And, are you of this group of people? So, Betsy, are you asking a question?
Yeah, Betsy, what?
it was
We
more
can't,
just to say, can you hear me now?
yeah.
Angela, you did talk about this program. I don't remember that that's what it was called, but you talked about it at one of our summer meetings because I went immediately to an African American family that I had been working with that were unable to qualify originally, and they did fit the profile. They ended up changing their mind about going any farther, but you did talk to us about it last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
I have,
remember. I remember the conversation, but
okay.
not everybody sees everything.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so
it's
How
called the
long
How long
covenant.
does it take
sorry.
to hear, like, to figure out if you qualify?
They have to complete, and you can imagine how many emails I've gotten. You have to complete an application because I have people going, well, do I qualify? And I go, well, I have to know what your income is, what your credit is, because the ratios still have to work. You can't have your ratios of your gross income and all of your debts be more than 50%. So if somebody were to apply today, I could see if they qualify, and then you would just have to get them under contract in the next. And that's the thing. Is it a signed around contract in one day? Is it 2 days? Will it make it through the weekend? Will it take a month? Like last time I thought it was going to go really fast, and this was in 2023, and it ended up being 2 months or 2 weeks, I'm sorry, before they used it all. So, and Deb, I'll get with you on the covenant program.
So,
And just for
Rob,
good news is they were able to help 250 families so far with covenant. So,
yeah,
And it's called the Covenant, Washington State Covenant Program.
covenant.
Okay.
yeah, that's the one for the descendants of people who were discriminated against in Washington. What's
Yep.
the new one right now with the 60,000 called?
Clark County Down Payment Assistance.
Okay. So if you haven't seen the article in the Columbian, you can just Google it and pull it up. And if you've got a list of people that you've got kind of in your pipeline, whether they're buying or selling or on the fence, send it to them as a touch point. Send it saying, hey, did you see this? If there's somebody who you thought might be a future listing, hey, did you see this? Might be a good time to get on the market while this money is out there bringing more buyers to the table. You know,
100%, because there's not
Yeah.
enough good homes for people to even be putting the offers in on.
Yeah, there are only a dozen houses under $400,000 in Clark County. So, and one
yeah,
of them, there are 13, but one's a tear down.
it's crazy.
So I sent it out to my social media with, here are a dozen houses that you could buy with this.
But people are always talking about, well, they want to do the 555, but I can't make 5 calls a day. I don't even know 5 people to call. This is something you can share with everybody in your phone book. Just saying, hey, how crazy is this? Great time to be in real estate. Like, not even soliciting, just sharing cool information and see what comes back to you.
And just the backstory, this was introduced in 2023. Christine Neal was able to utilize the program, one of her clients, but they had a bucket. They had one bucket for lenders and one for nonprofit. The lenders stopped it up in 2 weeks. The nonprofits haven't utilized it. So the state said, we're going to give the lenders the nonprofit bucket because we know that they'll use it. So that's where it came to be.
So if nothing else, you've got something now to share to your pipeline, to your database, to your sphere on social media. I saw a ton of realtors posting it yesterday. And then sometimes we all get weird where we're like, well, I'm not going to post it because everybody else is already posting it. Well, I see all the other realtors posting it because I'm friends with all the other realtors. My non-realtor friends are friends with 3 or 4 realtors. So they're not seeing it 75 times. So whenever you start thinking, oh, it's social media has been saturated with that already, they're not seeing what you're seeing. So share it anyway. But this is, I love it as an opportunity to be reaching out to people. So if you have any questions about that program, reach out to Angela. She's got all the info. Maggie just put the link in the chat to the Clark County website where they shared the information.
And that's
You
a
guys
good
don't,
summary of it.
do you guys have any canned social media posts? I mean, definitely call our sphere and everything, but do you have anything referenced that we could post? Or have you seen anything? I don't see anything on the
We
website.
will by lunchtime today.
Yay, thank you.
Well, we can post it in the think tank so that people can download it and share it as your own, or post it as your own, not share it.
Is this because Carly was stuck in traffic yesterday?
It's because it's all happening so fast. But yeah, we can whip up a quick post for that or a quick graphic, and then you can link out to the article. If Carly can't, I can.
I'm in meetings till like 1:30 or something like that.
Yeah, I can do it right after this. So yesterday, Angela and I went to Lake Oswego. It took us 90 minutes to get there because we don't know what the traffic snafu was, but apparently there were multiple traffic snafus. And it was still exciting to get there, though, because we got to see our very own Janet Warren at her installation onto the board. She was already on the board, but she's now second vice president of NARAB. And if you are not familiar with NARAB, you should be, because they're a really important and really prestigious group. It's one of the, not one of, I think it is the oldest trade association still functioning. They're formed in like the 40s. And it is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. I feel like after all of the NAR stuff going down, that we're going to be seeing some growth at NARAB because they're an alternative association to NAR. So, everybody here, except for Angela, is a real estate agent. And then the verbiage was changed in Washington and Oregon, and I'm not sure where else, where you are a real estate broker. When you get your license, hang your license, work in the industry, you're an agent or a broker. You are not a realtor. You're a realtor because you joined the National Association of Realtors. That's their word. They own it. So being a realtor is being a member of that association. And being a member of NARAB, they have their own title, is a realtist. And I think as people are getting more and more, I don't know,
I would say savvy to what's going on.
I was gonna say, is disinfatuated a word? As people are kind of starting to look at NAR and their big fees and the lawsuit and their rules and people, a lot of people are saying, is it even worth being a member? Why would I join? And the reality is you don't have a choice if you operate in the Clark County Metro, Portland Metro area, because NAR controls our MLS. If you want to be in our MLS, you are a mandatory member of the National Association of Realtors. It is not like that everywhere. It is not like that for the Northwest MLS. So there are lots of people that are not realtors up in King County because they don't join NAR because they don't have to. So it was just interesting to make sure you understand the distinction in those phrases. Not every real estate agent or real estate broker is also a realtor. That is a membership thing. And to be a realtist is the same thing. It is a membership-based organization. And they do great work. Their slogan is democracy in housing. They are just focused on getting people that have been traditionally disenfranchised from the housing market into houses. We toured a spectacular building that is, how many units do you remember, Janet or Angela? Was it 16 units?
I thought it was 18, but
All right, 16 or 18 units. And they're just gorgeous, gorgeous condos, townhouse, not townhouse, penthouse, townhouse. I don't remember.
they were calling them penthouses.
Yeah, they're calling them
Yeah,
penthouses.
they're all penthouses.
Yeah. But they were beautiful. The finishes are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And they were built by one of the very few, literally count on one hand, Black developers in the state of Oregon, or even, the country for that matter. So this developer built this gorgeous set of penthouses that are for sale now. So we got to tour that. And again, when you think about NARAB, it was just really fabulous to see, like, it's not just about low income. It's to take away the stigma of, if you want to help people of color, it's low income. It's not. It's just across the board, everybody deserves to have their respect and recognition when they're entering the housing market. And so that's my pitch for NARAB. I have been a member. I don't know, I guess I'm not right now. I guess I haven't renewed yet, but I found that out yesterday that I guess I didn't get my renewal notice done. But if you are interested in learning more about that, reach out to me or reach out to Janet and we can send you the link for more information. It's really, really good for your professionalism to be involved in some of these trade associations and trade groups where people say, well, why would I want to go network with other realtors, other real estate agents? Like, I don't want to network with them. I want to network with buyers and sellers. But it's networking with the people in your industry that helps you stay sharp and helps you be elevated and helps you build referral connections. To that end, we've just started a Washington network of the Women's Council of Realtors. We hadn't even officially launched yet, and I got a buyer from it because an agent in, where's she at? Carly, Colorado, I think. An agent in Colorado who is in the council, the Women's Council for Realtors, looked online. I've got a client moving to Vancouver, Washington. I want to send them to somebody in my group. And she did for a 20% referral fee, 20, 25. Yeah. And they're fabulous. They're fantastic buyers. We've had a lot of fun with them and they're closing on Monday. So again, it's that networking in places. Yes, you want to go to things where you're going to meet people that are buyers or sellers. You want to network with insurance agents. You want to network with lenders, but don't discredit the value in being involved with other real estate agents and brokers, because there is huge value there as well. Go ahead, Angela.
Well, what is the saying that iron sharpens iron? And I know that, I don't know if Tabitha's on the call, but she works with a couple of us different lenders, and James and I, we don't work for the same brokerage. We are calling each other all the time. It's like, well, what's going on with this? And what do you know about that? So the two of us together, we are trying to be local lenders who are sharp and trying to keep people away from the outside people. So work to sharpen with your other realtor friends to keep the business within yourselves, because I want a safe place where I can go and ask questions when sometimes it's somebody that's not in my brokerage, what's going on over here. So
100%. So that's my spiel for joining, getting involved in some of the organizations, because you're already a member of whether you wanted to be or not, you're already a member of something AR. Because if you use the RMLS, you had to join either the Oregon or the Washington Association for Realtors. And to join them, you have to join on a local level. So as I'm looking here, I know that several of us are members of the Clark County Association of Realtors. That's a very active group that does meetings, that does trainings where you can go and network with other agents. And if you're not in CCAR, then you're either in PMAR or EMAR, which is Portland Metro or East in Oregon. So whether you know it or not, you are a member and you're entitled to member benefits, which includes going to meetings and trainings. So if you're not even sure which one you're a member of, you can ask me, because it's in your file somewhere, because I promise you're a member. I had somebody telling me the other day, I never joined one of those. I said, can you open a SentryLock lockbox? Yes. Can you search in the RMLS? Yes. Then you are a member. They're like, nope, I never joined anything like that. So you are, okay. So that was pretty much everything we had for the meeting. I wanted to make sure that people were getting the info about that down payment assistance, because it is timely. It is in the news, literally in the paper yesterday. Use it to reach out to your people. And one little housekeeping thing that I wanted to throw in there, SkySlope. I don't know how people are doing it, but there is a mandatory field in SkySlope where you need to put who is the title and escrow person, and somehow it's still getting skipped. And then people are like super bent, like, hey, my title person didn't get the broker demand yet. We're only basing what we do on the back end off of what you put in. So we need to have title info put into SkySlope. I don't know how it's getting skipped, because I had to go in, I had to talk to SkySlope actually to make it a mandatory field. And I think they did. So anyway, just if you could just start including that a little bit more frequently, it's important. And the email address is important, because just think about it in terms of that transaction. You want your broker demand to go to the right title company so you get paid on time. So loop us in on that little bit of information, if you would, please. And Carly, did you have any housekeeping to add? Okay. All right.
You guys, so this stuff was really helpful. I know I'm just driving, but thank you, Angela and Tana and Carly, because you inspired me with lots of stuff while I'm just driving and listening. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a client I'm going to send you, Angela. I'm going to call you when we get done.
All right. Well, everybody, as always, reach out to me and let me know what I can do, what I personally can do, and what the brokerage can do to help support you in your business. It is hard out there. It is hard out there. And agents are leaving the industry because they need to go earn an income and they can't just be commission based while there's no commissions rolling in. And I feel it. I know it is so challenging. So how can I support you? What can we do on our end to help you with your business? Because that's what we're here for. That's why we're a group. That's the one thing, that is my one most important job, help each of you be more successful. So tell me what you need from me, because I'm here, ready to do it. Oh, I have one more thing I was going to throw out, and I'll send this out in an email also. there's an opportunity to do some free one-on-one coaching. And I need to know if I have enough, if I have anybody interested in it before I commit to having a coach available. So it would be through the locker room, and it's, you know, a group of people that are in the class that I'm in, which is a very, very long and big class, that are seeking ICF certification as business coaches, which is International Coaching Federation, ICF. So anyway, these are people that have been, they're all in the real estate industry, and they all have been doing coaching, and on top of having experience coaching, are now in a class to seek a high-level certification in coaching. And they need to work with more realtors in order to clock hours of doing coaching. So if you are interested in that, I will send out an email, and you can let me know, and I'll connect you with somebody to see if it's a good fit. And then if you're not looking at the chat, March 12, we do have a spot at the Clark County Food Bank where we will be going to volunteer. So if you're available and interested, let us know, because you do have to fill out like a background check or something before they approve. What is it, Carly, that they have to fill out?
I don't know because I don't have it yet, but it's like a liability just because you are
It's
working with
like
other
anything,
stuff.
if you go roller skating or skiing, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so you can't just,
really fun. It's
Yeah.
a real, I had a good time last time.
yeah, and so just the point being, you can't just show up day of and say, hey, I'm here to help. You need to get the form and be on the list. So let us know if you want to do that. And then Maggie, you had your hand up for a second and I talked right over you. What's going on with you?
No, I kind of put it up and I just was like, oh, I'm going to put it down because I don't want it up there the whole time. But anyway, one, I would be interested in the coaching, and two, I'm definitely going to go to the food bank. But three, I don't think I heard anybody say anything about. I know it's on the calendar though. At the beginning of the month, we're going to every month to the Washougal office to send out market statistics, and Tabitha will be there to help people if they don't know how to do mass emails on Sierra. And we did it last time. Well, it was also a good time to just kind of talk shop. Like you said, you know, talk with other realtors. But it was really helpful for me because in Sierra, it'll tell you who opened it, and it kind of opened the door for some more communication. So if you haven't seen that in the calendar, definitely take a look, because I think the more the merrier.
Yes, that is a great suggestion. And I think we were calling it like keep in touch workshop, like once a month doing a keep in touch day where you just come in and we'll work on things as a group for to stay in contact with your sphere, including how to use Sierra. I just had somebody say to me last week, I don't have Sierra. I'm like, yes, you do. As a member of our brokerage, you do have Sierra, and you've gotten emails with your information to set up Sierra. You haven't touched Sierra, but you do have it. So again,
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
I'm
Who
not
said that
telling
to
you. So, learn how to use the tools that you have, because we do have really good tools. So yes, I'll make sure that because of the move, I have felt really scattered and discombobulated as far as being organized with work. And it's like we didn't even get a February calendar posted, because the thing on the February calendar every day was move out of the office. Like it's been a big project. So that's over, and now we can be efficient again. I saw Betsy has her hand up, but Deb, you had yours up for a second as well.
I did, and it's just a question about the rules about coming soon properties. How far in advance can I tell my group of people that I have a listing coming up without it being actually on the market yet? Can I do that when it's just us?
You can have conversations about an off-market property with other agents in agent groups. but you're not supposed to promote it out to like your sphere or database, because then
Okay.
that would be violating clear cooperation where you're trying to double end it.
Okay.
Where you say, I've got a listing coming and I want to find a buyer, so let me go out and promote it. But if you're not doing that, you want to promote it to buyers agents, you can.
Excellent.
Yes.
Does anybody have anybody who would love to buy a turnkey, almost organic farm in Halfway, Oregon?
Where is Halfway, Oregon?
It is an hour outside of Baker City.
Yep.
It is an hour outside of Baker City. This is an already established certified natural farm with a packing plant, a packing area, and you're not buying the name of the farm, but you'll be buying, but you can, be in contact with the people that they use. They sell at farmers market. They sell local restaurants. It is
And the people working there too are going to stay as well?
no people, just them.
Okay. Do you know what the
Yeah.
price point is yet?
It's going to be around $450.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a little bit high for that area, but because it comes with so much, and it's also fenced and cross-fenced for horses because they've been using draft horses to work the land. And with some work, the house is a 1910 farmhouse that could be a stunning B&B.
I say everybody on this call goes in 50K and we all buy it and just go off grid and live in Halfway, Oregon.
No
So
kidding.
basically, are you
Probably-
buying a business as well as the house?
You're buying the house and the land, but not the business, but because the land has already got the stuff to be part of the community with the farmers market, it'll be very easy to just jump into that because like they're leaving the farmers market cart that they take in every weekend.
The
Okay, so you're
equipment,
not
everything?
buying the business name. It's not
Not
like
buying the business-
adding money in for goodwill of, taking over a client list, but you're getting everything you need to start this business on day one.
On day one. Yep.
I love that. Okay, perfect. And Betsy, you had something to throw in before we log off?
Yeah, it was just to add on to your Sierra thing, for everybody on this call. Maggie uses it often. Tony uses it often. Tabitha and I have been Sierra promoters for years. Tabitha has her own Sierra separate from the brokerage. You guys all have, Sierra because of your tech fees. The program piece that Shanna pays for, that yes, it's part of your tech fees, but she made certain to have a level of support from Sierra that is and has been top notch. We are here to help you guys. It can do a lot. Yes, there are other systems that do more, that do things differently, but Sierra has a lot. We know how to. We go sit in trainings often, and
So Betsy, we're losing you. We're only getting, we're only getting like every other word from you now, but so everybody,
Okay.
if you want to learn more about how to use your Sierra, it's available to you. And she's right. We pay Sierra to give us a heightened level of tech support. We have the option to just reach out and talk to people there for help. Same thing with SkySlope. We don't pay extra for it, but if you ever have a SkySlope issue that we can't help you with, SkySlope help is very fast and very efficient. And they have a chat button and you click it and somebody helps you. The same thing with RMLS. If you have never used the help on RMLS, they're almost immediate. Every time I've needed help, they are almost immediate to respond. So yeah, we need to learn to use our tools more efficiently and the help that goes with them, besides the help that we're here to provide when you need it. So
yeah, and that's all. I just wanted to encourage people to ask us because we really like it and use it a lot and are happy to help.
all right, so that was everything I had. Does anybody, like Deb did, does anybody have a real estate have or want or need that they want to put out to the group? I've still got my Casanola listing in Camas. It's very unique property. We had a slight price reduction and it really has been getting consistent showings. And the open house traffic has been good, but no offers on the table yet, or at least not realistic offers. We had somebody make an offer the other day of like 900,000 owner financed. Okay, my client can't do that. So if you ever want a place, the clients are gone. So if you want a place to just go to shoot some reels or do a house tour or even just take like some lifestyle photos in a really unique setting, you're welcome to use the house for that. And just, constantly tag the listing on it if you do anything there so that it's getting more exposure. Anybody else?
Yeah, if anybody has something single level in Camas or with Shugle, please let me know before it goes. I'd love to sell it. I just need something that is somewhat wheelchair accessible in those areas.
Noted.
Yeah, I have a 3-bedroom single level in Battleground that's hopefully going to go live here by the end of next week. It backs up, it's kind of close to Fred Meyer. It backs up to a green space and got a big, huge patio in the back. And then I also have another one out in the Orchards area, a 4-bedroom, 2-story that will be going live about the same time.
What are the price points on those roughly, Rob?
The one in Battleground probably be about 450, and then the one in Orchards 550. And one thing I wanted to share with folks is a little hiccup I had in my last transaction. When you're going on a listing appointment, it may, especially if the couple's getting a divorce, it's kind of awkward, but have the discussion, ask if they are current on their mortgage. I just had a transaction because a lot of people think, oh, it's not a big deal. It can be a big deal. It just delayed closing a week. I almost went 2 weeks. The seller was not just behind, but way behind. And it took title a long time to get this mortgage company, who is notorious for being really slow on payoffs to begin with. Freedom Mortgage, cough, cough. Um, yeah, there's lawyer fees involved, and it just isn't a quick turnaround in getting a payoff amount. So I know it's awkward, but have that conversation with your home sellers if they're behind on their mortgage payments.
And you know what, Rob, I can piggyback on that. Have that conversation with both of the home sellers because I have had that before where the wife was in charge of hiring the realtor and doing the sale. And the husband said they were divorcing. He's like, yeah, you can handle it. I'll sign the listing agreement. I don't care who you choose. And he had not been paying the mortgage and she was unaware. So yeah.
Can I
definitely.
piggyback on the lending part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually should be having this conversation in every listing appointment, regardless of whether or not they're getting a
Well, yeah.
divorce. Because what also happens is people like, well, the house is listed, we're going to close on the 24th, so I'm not going to pay my mortgage and payment for that month. And then they go into the next month, and because some reason there's a delay, they forgot they were planning on having the payoff in the previous month. They now can't purchase for 12 months because they have a 1 month late on their mortgage. So you just kind of want to remind your clients as they're selling their homes, keep your mortgage payment current so that you can purchase in the future.
Good advice.
Absolutely. Yeah. I fell into that one in the past, Rob, and we couldn't get it cleaned up and it ended up losing the deal and it ended up going to a foreclosure eventually with a new floor in it that I had paid for because I was going to get reimbursed at closing. So, also don't do that.
Ouch. Ouch.
Super ouch. So, all right. Betsy's got some manufactured homes coming up, 55 Plus Park off of Highway 99. And there's a Daylight Ranch house right outside of the complex as well. So if you've got people looking for that, keep an eye out because those are coming up. All right. Well, this went 15 minutes longer than I thought it would. So I will let you all get back to your productive day. And again, please let us know how we can help support you while things are, well, anytime, but especially right now where it's just kind of a dog eat dog real estate world right now. So, all right, take care, everybody.